Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys know, on this channel, we often talk about the mainstream media, their bias, their lies, and lack of transparency, and they pretend to be impartial, but every now and then the bias comes out. It's because it's not really easy when it comes to humanity to be fully impartial. Or rather, if they are honest and transparent with people about their leanings, but they still try to be objective. That's what we try to do on this channel. Everybody knows my biases and my leanings, but I still try to be objective. I still criticize all sides, hold everybody to account. That's the best way to do it. That's healthier. But now, we have people like Andrew Marr, who for years has been telling us that he doesn't have political views. He doesn't have any leanings. He's not really in favor of any political party when he was working for the BBC. Now, he's come out to finally admit that he does have leanings.
As somebody who wants a Labour victory at the next election, is that I'm alarmed that perhaps Labour is underestimating Rishi Sunak, and I think the Prime Minister is doing far better than a lot on the centre-left have noticed so far.
Why? Why didn't you guys do a bit more honesty and more transparency in the past? When you've had people like Andrew Neal, when he was part of the BBC, everybody knew of his leanings, yet at the same time, he remained professional and tried his best to be objective. And especially when he was interviewing people from left and right, he was grilling everybody. Well, when you had people like Andrew Marr and many others like Andrew Marr, who for decades been saying, we don't really have any political party leanings. We don't really, and yeah, I'm not really interested in party politics. I don't really have any bias in that sense. And then, but we could always see during their work, their bias coming out, and they always denied it. And now he's coming out to say, yeah, I want a Labour victory. Now that he's no longer working for the BBC. I mean, you're still working for the mainstream media outlets, by the way, Andrew. But that's the problem. That's the difference between Andrew Neal and Andrew Marr. One is basically honest about his leanings, but doesn't talk about it when he was working for the BBC. He was just being professional. And another is Andrew Marr. And you have so many other people like this. You have Emily Maitlis, who was obviously doing the whole Newsnight rant on a regular basis. You have so many people who are falling into the same category. And this is why I do what I do on this channel with your support. When we say we are the media, it's because we want to change the culture of media in this country. And new media is the movement that will make this happen. That's the reality. And with your support, we'll continue to do that, despite all the attacks I get from obviously people on the far left and some people on the other crazy side. And I get attacks from the establishment, from the civil service, to the mainstream media, the BBC, Sky News. They don't take us seriously. It doesn't matter. We continue to get more views than all of them. We continue to get more views overall every day compared to the rest of the mainstream media, including the new channels. And that's a fact. Because people now trust new media more than the mainstream media, and that is not a good thing. They did it to themselves. The whole of the cabal of the legacy media undermined and completely destroyed the credibility, the so-called credibility that they once had. People shouldn't really come to Mahyar Tousi to trust to get their daily news. That shouldn't have been the case. But you created me. The people in the legacy media created Mahyar Tousis because they've been so bad, and people are waking up. They are waking up to their lies and the lack of transparency and their own vested interests. Everybody's bought out by somebody else. Everybody relies on some financial backing, some sort of sponsor, some sort of invisible hand. But not on this channel. Not me. We continue to be different. We continue to remain independent. That's why I refuse to get any strong financial backer to inject money into the channel just for us to keep going. We do it with your support. It's all you guys that help me do what I do. Thank you so much. That was my rant of the day. Mahyar Tousi and we are the media.